Hey, it's Sean Reddy. We just got the latest edition of the Denver Metro Weekly Market Report. These are next level, almost predictive analytics stats, courtesy of our friends at First American Title. And each week we make a quick video walking through exactly what's happening in the market on many different levels. And if you've seen these before, you know that these metrics here that we're going to go through the redder the shade, the darker the shade of red, the hotter the market is for sellers. Scaling into all the way to the blue side means it's cooler for sellers, better for buyers. So you can see there is, in this latest rendition here, there's a lot of red here, and let's go over these a little bit more in detail. First one is the odds of selling. This is just a ratio between what is on the market and what's sold or closed. And obviously we want to see, if you're a seller, we want to see those red numbers. That means it's heating up. We're on a little bit of a cooling streak these last few weeks, slightly, not like it was back in January when it was only 48% odds of selling. We're still at a 2/3 chance of selling here in this. Average daily listing count did go up, so that's cooled down a little bit. The number of new listings went down. It had been over 1,000, actually over 1,100, then over 1,000, down below 1,000. So this represents every new listing that hit the market in the metro area. Back on market, that also went down, so we're seeing less contract fallout this week. More listings that expire their contract with their listing agent. The terms came to an end. It didn't sell, and it did come off the market. So mixed bag there. It can be a good thing because there's less competitors, yet shows that more listings are not selling versus selling. So that also brings the odds of selling down. Withdrawals right around the same. Pending sales went down slightly, still over 1,000 new contracts this week. So that's a hot number. I mentioned last week we have to go all the way back to June of 2022 to see a number close to 1,100 last week. So the spring selling season is in full effect. Closed properties went up. The predictive month supply of inventory has been at 0.8 months now for the last 4 weeks. So that means that, let me back up. A balanced market is 4 to 6 months. A buyer's market is over 6 months supply. So still very much a heavy seller's market here as we get into the back half of March. We need about 26,000, almost 27,000 properties to hit the market instantaneously in order to satisfy the demand equilibrium. So we're only at 14% of equilibrium there. Let's see, I'm going to skip over a couple of these. Total showings went down by about 1,500 or 10%. That can likely be to spring break, people out of town. Yeah, that's something certainly to watch. Showings per listing went down to 3.7 from 4.1 the week before. Number of showings to contract is about 13 and a half. That went down slightly. Median days on market remained at 8. And let's see here, percent of sellers who decreased their price went down a little bit, 25.7, with the average price drop of 32,000 and some change, representing a 4.8% price drop. So what do we do with these? These stats, more than anything, can tell us, I keep calling them stats, but again, they're like predictive analytics. They can tell us when the right week to list your home is. So if we're seeing these reds here and these percentages in the 60s, we know it's go time. If we see it drop below 60 or even drop below 50, like it was a year, and if we scroll back into basically the entire fourth quarter, obviously your odds of selling go down. More competition, less buyers in the marketplace. So despite what you may hear on the mainstream media, it's still very much a seller's market.